enjoying the consciousness that you've been gifted with. And then once you get your head screwed on straight, and all of us, it's a daily process. Half the time my head's pointing the wrong direction, ladies and gentlemen. The issue is becoming conscious and self-aware. They always talk about, when will machines become artificially aware? Well, if they are, you won't be told about it. I won't be told about it. Probably already have to some extent. By that I mean thinking, plotting, developing, expanding exponentially its computing power. Is that human? Is that a soul? No, but can come up with an idea to do something on its own. AI. We know at many purposes it's already there. Sometimes I wonder, can we just get humans to become self-aware? I mean, just getting outside yourself, just looking at what you're doing, looking at how you're acting, look at how you're behaving, looking at the mental template that's been downloaded into your head from birth as we're set in front of the television sets to crap in our diapers while our parents gobbled whatever it was they were distracting themselves with. I guess, hypothetically, a lot of you back in the 60s and 70s, maybe your parents were into entertainment, into golf, into sex, into drugs, into uppers, downers, into being self-centered, into being workaholics, alcoholics, whatever. We've been a screwed up society for a long time. But you notice the establishment's always waging war on the upright, on the strong, on the self-sufficient, on people that aren't dependent on them. Because they see you as a threat. Because if you are upright, if you are self-aware, if you are awake, you're not going to like what's going on around you. You're going to realize society's degenerating and falling apart. You're going to realize really bad, wicked people are in control, who are self-aware and know how the world works. They just made the decision, hey, I'm going to join the evil. I'm going to go and rip off all these idiots. In fact, I'm going to push to make them even dumber and make sure they don't wake up. See, it's a fundamental difference in philosophy, in mindset, in spirit. In that there are those of us that just want people to do well and be happy, and we love art, and we love other people being successful, and we love the dynamic human spirit, and we love exploration and discovery, and we love the animating contest of liberty. But we're normally so busy with our own lives and our own visions and our own ideas, we don't like getting in other people's business. We don't like having to stand up and speak out. We just disgustedly try to stay out of the way of the evil controllers and their zombie slaves. But we don't have a choice. This is crunch time. This is survival time. We are in the fight of our lives. We are in a fight for our very lives. Because this isn't just some, as I say many times, boss hog tyranny. Some just corruption with a king rat running things, and there's still some industry and jobs, and you got a chance to have a woman, have a man, have kids, enjoy what it is to be human, what we're designed to do. No, this is a bunch of social planners, psychologists, psychiatrists, globalists, control freaks, eugenicists, overarching is the main architecture, who want to dominate and control the future of human development, who want to have a corner on the market of the future of this society and humanity. And they must be resisted. They must be stopped. And so when I get up here and I tell you listeners that they're putting cancer viruses in many of the vaccines, it's all on record. I give you constantly the mainstream news articles, the government documents, and the government documents where they're openly saying they want to reduce your numbers. They want to kill you. They want to put fluoride in the water to dumb you down. They want to put mercury in your food. They have done it by design. The sperm count is plunging. But that's okay. Just like they produce seeds that can't reproduce, where you got to buy them from them each year, they're now making it where you can't produce sperm, but they'll take your own genetics, and they'll put it in the laboratory, and they'll make sperm for you. See what they're doing? You see, it's playing God. And they believe they're going to be able to enjoy all of the fruits of technology, and they don't even want us to have access to them. They want us deader than a hammer. We'll come back, break it all down. Stay with us.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, and we're out alone. Riders on the storm.
I want to cover some basic philosophy.
There's a killer on the road.
Dealing with the New World Order. Get some notes I jotted down this morning. Then I'm going to get into all the news in the next segment.
Let your children play.
They want us to give up. The establishment wants to break our spirit. We have to make a commitment to become educated and informed on how the world really works, to get out of the left-right cul-de-sacs and back alleys they try to send us down, the rat holes, and really discover the true structure of the world government. In fact, coming up, I have a clip of Al Gore yesterday in England calling for global government. Oh, but it doesn't exist. I have to sit there with major newspaper writers going, would you like me to give you hundreds of news articles that's where they're announcing world government run for and by private banks you'll pay your carbon taxes to? And they just say, so you believe this exists? And I said, no. Would you like me to give you sources? No, I want to talk about what you believe. You imagine this? Have you ever been diagnosed? It's just, they're just henchmen. They're mercenaries hired to carry this out against us. And they're all bought with fiat money created out of nothing, backed up with our labor. It's that the globalists are such scam artists, such frauds. It should be so easy to see through all their corruption and all their lies. But see, people buy into little lies, and they buy into medium-sized lies, and they buy into big lies until people don't even know what reality is anymore when it's right there in front of everybody's faces. A bunch of psychotic, control-freak eugenicists are in control of everything. They're trying to bring in a worldwide dictatorship so nobody can resist them. They're not in total control right now. They're very weak right now. They're in an embryonic phase. They're trying to very quickly, though, grow legs and move on us. Kick their butt now. Wake up. I got some solutions coming up. In fact, guys, I forgot to bring it in here during the break. Will you go grab me the cranberry juice bottle out of the refrigerator? I want to get it to a solution after the break, and it has to do with the cranberry juice bottle. You'll get what I'm talking about in a minute. The fight for the future of the species is now. We got a bunch of mad scientists playing God, backed up by filthy rich robber barons and royalty, that are making their move for world government a eugenicist paradise of control freak, psychopathic sadism. Don't let them break your spirit. Don't let them get you down. Don't let them convince you that you're powerless and can't affect change. People are awakening in mass. The establishment is behind schedule. They're moving with everything they've got to try to swarm us with so much corruption and so much tyranny that we just give up. We can't do it. We need to break their spirit. We need to set about, grim-faced, determined, committed, knowing each little action we take against them. If the people move with irresistible force in the info war, with newsletters and giving DVDs to people, and having viewing parties and calling into talk radio and going and speaking at city council and running for water commissioner or city council or school board, going and injecting real issues, never stopping, handing out flyers in front of public schools the first day of school, telling people there's no law, you've got to take vaccines, with the laws that against them saying it's the law. We've got to get laws passed saying it's against the law to lie and say it's the law. And then you've shown people how they're being lied to. You've unlocked their mind. It's just a few examples of fighting back. Just not stopping. There's nothing worse, though, and more frustrating than knowing victory is within our reach. To the point of, I get tunnel vision like a gunner on an aircraft coming in over a target and over again in World War II in Korea and Vietnam, back when they'd strafe targets still. they would go ahead and just fly right into the ground. They'd be strafing a train or strafing a tank or strafing a bridge or strafing a troop column, and they just stay on target and fly right into it because they were so focused. And I tend to, end up working until 2 in the morning last night, and I got up at 6:30 this morning, and I just realized, you know what? If people just had the commitment I had, if I could somehow infect people with the same fury and the same anger and the same focus, our problems would be over very, very, very soon. The globalists are enthused and empowered with an energy of control-freak evil and reveling in our blood. I just want to topple them. I want to beat them. I want to pull them down. What about you?
Run. Alex Jones.